Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Adam Ratliff with Adam's So Fun. Today you also get Mickey here on my cup. Thank you. These were gifts from students, from a student in class. Love them. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. So today we are doing a video. You can't even see me. So today's video, we are going to be loading the Burrito Method with SewTites magnets. Cue intro music. Ba-da-da-bum, ba-da-bum, Adam's So Fun. I just made that up. So first thing, these are SewTites Magnum magnets. They are sold in sets of 5 or sets of 20 for the long arm pack. I did do the install. We'll talk about that in a second. When you're shopping anything SewTites, SewTites.com, code ASF10 is my affiliate code. When you shop, you save 15%, and I get a little something too. So if you're going to buy any SewTites things, I would love for you to shop at SewTites.com and use my ASF10 code, and that's what keeps the channel. That's what funds the channel. So there's that little thing. Before we jump into the guts, don't forget to follow me on social media, Adam's So Fun with an SEW on Facebook and Instagram. And always like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified when new videos drop. This will be kind of a two-parter. This is the loading part. In the other part, these are my new leaders. Oops, magnets are stuck to things. These are my new leaders. They already have the backing of the magnet installed. I already did this. Like I said, there's a video for it. So you see I can't bend this. And what that is going to do is going to let us magnet our fabric and our backing right onto our leaders. Now this is going to be a little bit different than the traditional Burrito Method. Usually I load my belly bar first, I go to the back, and that helps me keep everything nice and straight. I've been messing around with this, and I find if I load that back bar first, it's gonna help me. So we're gonna load the back bar first. The other thing, so we're gonna load that back bar first. The other thing is, this might change. This is my first time really loading with these magnets the correct way. So, subject to change. This is going to be classic view or standard view because I'm not in clear view. I'll make another video for that whenever I have to load the next quilt. These are the new Handy Quilter leaders. You're going to see them printed. And funny thing, I had one around my neck this morning when Ben was saying, when I say bye to Ben, he's like, "Oh, I like that shirt." And then he looked at him and goes, "Wait, is that a leader?" He's like, "I like the print." Before we get started loading, you'll see that the back bar is loaded already. I didn't like the way this loaded, and actually the magnets interfered with my machine because they were pointed down. So I'm devising a new way. I think I have one I like that I will do the Burrito Method for, and I'll make a video with just the back bar, but as of now, it's just gonna be loading the belly bar and the top bar. Don't look at the dirtiness that's happening down here. Those are my other leaders. These have my zippers on. Still love my zippers. Not getting rid of the zippers. These are actually 12-foot leaders on the ground, and this is only 10 foot, so I'll still use the bigger ones. But I can switch them in and out now. All right, so we have our fabric. We have to load our belly bar. So same thing like the beginning of the burrito. I have threads on everything. I'm going to bring my fabric between my two bars. And this is why we loaded the back first. I can pull my fabric and look at it. And at this point, this is where I'm looking at my swag, okay? We can see that, yeah? We want to go that way a little bit. We're looking at my swag. If my fabric were looking like this, I know that it's not centered correctly. Not that it's not centered. I don't use the center. I know that it's not laying correct. So I'm going to shift it over a little bit. Make sure my swag is nice. That looks good. And what I want to do is I want to wrap it around itself, because this is all about tension holding it in place, right? So now we're going to load the belly bar. You can see the belly bar? Yes. Oh my gosh, all my stuff. So again, this has those metal pieces. You can hear it. I have to take my little magnets off the side. I have magnets everywhere on my frame now. So this has it. This will fall down. It's nice and heavy now. So what I want to do is I want to roll this all the way up again. The Burrito Method, usually we'd come here and we'd pin. We're not going to do that because we have magnets. So I have my lockdown, And I'm gonna roll this up, making sure it stays nice and tight. Now here's a tip, even if you don't use magnets, these SewTites, these are just the original ones. They're the aqua color. I put one on the sides to hold my leaders in place. So let me see, I can just move you really quick. So you can see two right there. It keeps the leaders from flipping and flopping around. And I'm gonna do two on the other side. Or just one on each bar, not two, one on each bar. So now I'm gonna come click it a few more times. And I have my seam again that I can see. There we are, there we are. I know that everything's nice and straight, so I'm just gonna fold this towards me and line the edge of my fabric up with that seam. Oops. Uh-oh, I just messed up. I messed it up. I grabbed the wrong piece. Wrap around. There we go. And now I can come and line up with that seam. There we go. And you see it's even staying in place. It's all about tension. The good tension, not the bad tension. There we go. And I can feel where all those pieces are. So here, there's a magnet here, and I'm gonna snap in. Now you see I have about 3/4 inch extra. I come to my sides. This one's gonna have half a magnet on, half a magnet off, that's fine. This one's gonna be that weird one where it's kind of floating in between a magnet. So I'm gonna see if I have another magnet with the back. I can never find the backs. I don't usually use them that often because I'm used to magnet straight to my bars. And I can just come in here and pop these on. Pop, pop. What I like about these, they're strong, but they're small. They're easily handleable. I can get them off when I need to. It's not going to, like, if my finger's here and I pop it on, it's not gonna smash my finger and give me a big old blister. There we are, there we are. And that one's just gonna stay loose, whatever. It is what it is. So I'm going to zoom you in really quick so you can see what I'm talking about. Can you? Oh, we're so close. Can we see it? Kind of. So, is that where we are? Right there. So you can kind of see the seam line right here. And when I push this down, it's like the plumb line. I'm using that seam line as the plumb line to line everything up and make sure this stays straight. So now I'm going to zoom out. We'll get our beauty back. And next step is I just have to roll. Oh, I got to move the camera. There we are. Our next step is I'm going to roll everything onto my belly bar. So I can drop this back down, drop my ratchet over here, and roll this up. I know that this little piece is going to be funky there, so I'm just going to make it. And you'll see, this stays nice and flat. You can kind of see the little bumps from the magnets, but the bumps aren't too bad. There we go. Unlock my ratchet on my back. And I'm going to roll this all the way out to where I like to stitch with it. Making sure things are rolling up nice and straight. I don't want to move those magnets, so just be careful. I can still do my thing. They won't really, oh, they're not going to move. They're not going anywhere. You could probably move them if you tried. If you look at my back bar, here comes the magnets coming around. When it gets to the back, or it won't flop down. I thought it might flop. And there we are. This is where I like to start. Now I can see where my leader is, so I know I'm not going to sew on it. All right, everything's nice and taut. What I'm going to come over here and do, because my ratchet is down, I'm going to click my ratchet, fix this leader, and get this nice and taut. Might be a little too tight. We'll fix that in a minute. But I want a nice flat surface because my next step, I have my little magnets on my leader, so I just took this off my top bar. I'm going to take it off the other side. Undo my ratchet. And this is another place where this is going to be a little bit different because I'm trying to keep stuff so it doesn't fold. So let me see what you can see. Perfect. So what I want to do is I want to pull out my leader. And I'm just going to lay it flat. And now we got our top. And this is the chain link quilt from Pro Stitcher. If you're an August Pro Stitcher user, or if you're a member of Pro Stitcher in August, this is your free pattern download. Actually went together pretty quick. It does have partial seams, but hey, it gives you something to practice. I'm going to shift it this way a little bit. I like that. Fold this up. So now I have my leader. It's sitting on my table, or my fabric already, or my backing, and I have my top. And I need to fold my top over to be in line with the leader. I'm going to bring this in a little bit. I pulled it out a little far. There we are. I love loading quilts. I love this process. I don't know what it is. Again, I have my seam line. I also have a seam here where I stitch those pieces in. I stitched a channel. I think I might try that channel. Again, this is the first time I'm doing it, so we're going to try things a little bit different in different places. So I'm going to line up with that channel because we're assuming that I can sew a straight line, which now that I'm thinking about it, probably is not the best place to line up, but whatever. And now I have my stack of magnets. I did use 19 in each leader, so I have a lot of magnets floating around. And we're just going to find out where it is, snap, find out where it is, oops, snap, and we can just snap across. I actually think I like to start like every other one. Where is, there's our line, there's our magnet, snap. There's our line, there's our magnet, snap. And now I can snap the center ones because they're not going anywhere. Oh. One more. Oops, don't drop them, they'll stick to things. There you are. And now my top is loaded. I will flop that back over there. I like to have some tension when I roll. Ratchets down. We'll roll this up, making sure that the leaders stay nice and flat on the sides. And I'm going to turn you this way just so you can see this. When I come over here, when I get to the point where my leader is rolled up, that's when I grab one of my other magnets and just slide it right there. I'm not sticking it onto the bar. I'm sticking it so it magnets this to my actual bar. So the magnet is working through my leader. There you go. And same thing over here. And I can roll, make sure it's going nice and straight. It's doing something weird right here. I love the fact that it stays nice and flat. No folds. And I'm going to roll to about there because this is where I don't like to roll it too far. Now I'm ready. And so that's loading the Burrito Method with SewTite magnets. Okay, everybody, so that is loading the Burrito Method standard view with SewTite magnets. So these are SewTite magnums. I can't even hold it. SewTite magnums. They are a super strong 4-inch magnet that works great for the long arms. They actually are sold in a 5-pack, so you can get 5 at a time, or you could get the long arm pack of 20. I will tell you, I used 3 of them, 1 for each leader. I needed 19 to put them in the way that I like to do it. They are pricey, so I'm not even going to lie about that. But if you shop SewTites.com, you can use my affiliate code ASF10 and save 10%. So that will help you out a little bit. Super fast. I love that everything stays nice and flat. So at the end, whenever I am going to base that final edge down, 1, be careful you don't run over your leader. Okay, please don't run over your leader. But because the magnet is so close to the edge of that leader, When I get to this point, I know that my leader's there, so I'm gonna give myself a good 1/2 inch from the magnet. So don't run over your leader. It's not gonna mess with the machines. You're gonna be fine, because I know some people are gonna say that. I've been using the heavy duty ones off on the side and my side clamps for a long time. There's videos for that if you're interested. The little blue ones have been holding my leaders for years. Like, I've been using SewTites for a really long time, so it's about time that I tried these out. I really like it. I'll use it some. Again, I'm not getting rid of my zippers. I love the zippers. I love the zipper system, the quick zip system from Quilting Connection. I think it's amazing. It makes things really easy, and I don't mind pinning. But I know some of you, when you say the word pin, you're like, ah, and it's like Halloween. So if you are somebody who wants to try out the magnets, this is how I would do it. This is how I do it. So I'm gonna load up my batting and get to quilting this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified when new videos drop. Follow me on social media, Adam So Fun with an SEW on Facebook and Instagram, where you see everything that doesn't hit the channel. And what else? Oh, at the end of the day, it's just quilting. We want to have a good time. Go have fun. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.